Welcome to Company Showcase, an advertising feature on HowStreet.com.
I'm Jim Goddard. I'm speaking with Don Mosher, Cypress Development Corporate Consultant. Welcome back to the show, Don.
Always my pleasure, Jim.
A couple of new things to announce. You take it away.
Well, we had announced a resource going back to May 1st, and on the 5th, we published our 43101 resource. There were some minor changes in it. The biggest thing is the total indicated mineral resource on this is 697 million tons at an average grade of 886 parts per million. So the equivalent of almost 3.3 million tons of lithium carbonate equivalent in the ground. Just the starter pit on this particular project, if it goes into production, will be over 40-year mine life. Just focused on a higher grade area that we'll be putting into a preliminary economic assessment coming out hopefully before the end of July. And it'll focus on about 300 million tons of this.
And is there anything new in it that we didn't know before?
Not really. I mean, Bill Willoughby, who's our CEO, continues to move forward on the processing side. The big issue with these claystone deposits is there is not a commercial operation in the world. So we need to demonstrate to the market that we're going to be able to dig up the ore and process it and economically do it and earn a profit by doing it. There's never been a question on the size of the resource itself. It's can you be the first company in the world to produce out of a claystone?
How complicated is it to do that?
Well, for us, it looks like it's going to be a relatively simple operation because our claystone is leachable. Some of the other claystone deposits are refractory, meaning you have to dig the clay up, you have to heat it to 1,000 degrees centigrade, more or less turn it into a brick, and then break the brick into pieces and then start the leaching process. With us, we're going to be able to dig it up, put it through a leaching process. Based on our leach kinetics, you get out 80% of the lithium in about 4 hours, and the balance goes into a tailing pond, if you want to call it that. So it's a matter of how you handle the clay, how you move the clay, how you run it through the leaching process to come out with the end result. Nobody else that I'm aware of is able to take material and leach 80% of the lithium out of it in such a short time period as 4 hours. There's another company out there that's looking at something similar, but they take 7 days to do it. And that creates a bottleneck when you're starting to handle material over a 7-day period.
Don, where are you traded and under what symbols?
We are traded on the Toronto Stock Exchange Venture Board under the symbol CYP. And you can get all the information you need on Cypress by going to our website, which is cypressdevelopmentcorp.com.
Don, thanks a lot for the update.
Always my pleasure, Jim. Thanks.
I've been speaking with Don Mosher, Cypress Development Corporate Consultant. I'm Jim Goddard. Our conversation took place on June 11th.
Comments made on Company Showcase are an expression of opinion only and should not be construed in any manner whatsoever as recommendations to buy or sell any financial instrument at any time. Archived online at HowStreet.com. Company Showcase is a production of How Street Media Incorporated.